4. No. It is going to be Lora Sансус, just as you mentioned, Philippa Tatiet. Stade Toulousain scrum-half. Started against South Africa, was on the bench twice against New Zealand. Almost feel a little bit hard done by, perhaps, with Bourdon out. Obviously, as you mentioned, a chance for Alexandra Chambon to have shown what she can do.
Set!
Sansus now on.
She's collapsed.
It's a really handy player. She will raise the tempo.
Set!
Sansus. It's going to go blind. Straightens, and back in field. This is the footwork from Sansus. Gets the corner, the call on the shoulder from Madou Soufal.
The Italian backs are looking like they're in their more familiar positions. Manuela Furlan was nowhere to be seen. She was covering so deep, it was almost like she was trying to protect from a 50-22. You can see her now literally got on her bike as soon as the play opened up to try and come forward and eat away at the space. But by that time, the play had opened up.
Furlan was well downed. France sensing a chance to steal, and they do. It's just the risk in the modern game if you're going to run into space, and Sansus is determined to punish Italy with the quick tap. There for Joyeux. Sansus looks again. Daé will be the dummy runner, but now it must be on. Philippon, Emmeline Gros, the final pass, the finish needed from... Got up her sleeve.
Look at that, that's the impact she's made since she's come on. 3 tackle breaks already. Trying to get into the game, she scored that try and they created a bit of momentum from that. So yeah, very active around the park.
Ball cleared downfield from France. It's a really good take on the run from Magatti. But now where's she going? She's running out of options. France arrive and secure the bonus point. Sansus opts to go right. Jacquet. Philippon. And then it opens up beautifully. It's a super run here from Emily Boulard. Boulard with Sansus in support, but Boulard won't need her. France get the 4th.
They're going to see this a real opportunity to try and finish this off on a high.
It'll start with the catch and drive. Sansus has a little look. The offload for Jacquet. Italy roll out the red carpet for France.
Player off the bench award, you'd be giving it to Lora Sансус because the impact she has had. Lovely little scoot, but it's the offload. Look, she sucks in 3 players. That is her threat. Look, you've got 3 players, all eyes on her, not looking then.
Lost the Gloucester-Hartpury battle against a few Welsh colleagues last week. The difficult one to take in the sunshine, but Stacey Flood does well. It's just overcooked the kick though. Needed it to bounce before it went into touch as she was well outside the 22. Okay. Moved to 8 this week in the absence of Emmeline Gros. Other than the... and there's just the juggle from Mulhall. She had more time than that. Ball is loose on the floor. She cut her finger. It was a cooking incident, we're told. But she looked in good spirits. Penalty advantage being played to France. Sansus has to get around the referee first to get going. Then Drouin, then Philippon, then Boulard. Boulard out to the left. Laurence to finish in the corner. There's been plenty of France in this area of the field then on the back line. Are positioned with depth to try and have a go. It's a really dominant scrum. Ménager controlling it at the back, and now the penalty advantage. Sansus gets it with the chance to play once more. It almost a carbon copy start of what led to a try moments ago. Philippon. Lovely offload through the hole. Found Bertumieux. Foul just loses the ball backwards. Lindelof helps secure it. Hermé stands off. It's going to be Forlani. There's a side just with more experience overall against a young Irish side.
More. Get off the legs, 5, over.
Sansus. Inside line from Vernier. We saw that from the first scrum in the game, but this time a little more effectively worked. Back in from the skipper Hermé to Forlani. Sansus with Lindelof. Opts to keep it in two hands and then find Philippon. Philippon gets the call on the outside from Boulard. It's a brilliant chasing tackle from Murphy Crowe. Had to take down her man and managed to do so.
This will go straight to Menegé's feet and she'll decide when this is coming out.
Penalty advantage already. Ball does squirt out. Sansus fancies a little snipe into the corner and it's France's second try. And she dots down for France's second.
She actually goes against the wheel of the scrum there, so she had some work to do to get around the Irish back row, but at that point the back row were, you know, feet are going backwards, they disjointed.
Thank you, thanks, Tempo.
It was a long way around, but it ended up being a nice, easy way round for Sansus.
The offload and has managed it as well. Sansus then. Missed pass for Vernier. Vernier on for Menegé. Then Banet. She was held in the tackle initially, but still fighting her way forward. Cyrielle Banet. Strength as well as speed. France getting close to the line as well. Joyeux. Has she managed to get that down? Sansus. What another knock-on. Real in Caroline Drouin, who then kicked the ball out, and Briggs is still furious. Amy Barrett-Theron saying she didn't see it, but perhaps the officials need to do a little better than that. And certainly the French need to get their connectivity as to what the decision is. In the meantime, Laure comes into the 22. Sansus, a chance to find Banet.
She's just fallen over.
Steps in. Sansus for foul. France spending much of that first half in the 22 at the other end. They resume in the second half by putting the pressure once more on Ireland in this defensive area. Drouin steps back. Monaghan makes the tackle. Forlani waits on the inside of Lindelof, who receives the pass. Sansus was bounced back. Hermé again deputising at scrum half as Sansus was at the bottom of the previous ruck, now back to help distribute. Central position. Sansus happy to play it a little slower this time. Hermé. Then they wanted it out the back. It wasn't the tidiest from Menegé to her 9. Lindelof to Foul. Foul, whose legs have been taken off the ground. She is driven back. That's decent defensively from Ireland. Now Hermé wants to pick and go, but defensive effort again is good. Lindelof driving into their own players. Sansus then wants to put a little chip in behind. Banet came looking for it.
Are we going to see a different kind of scrum with this change made in the front row than what we had in the first half?
Find. 6.
Banet lurks behind the scrum. Ireland get a shove back, but France going forwards once more. Menegé continuing to control. Sansus into the referee.
My bad. We go scrum. 6.
Banet now just lurking on the touchline, no longer behind the scrum. Ménager. They've got another penalty advantage, so Sansus will strike. Sansus will score. Ireland are complaining about an obstruction. France are celebrating.
Hit better, but it's just that second push from France. And Ménager at the back just controls the ball. Is it obstruction there? It's Hermé turns.
The East just cleared it.
Nicolas Friday has appealed to the referee, but Ian Tempest has...
France happy to just kick it straight back, not chosen to run one yet, and that was just about held on play on, says the referee. And Chloe Rowley thumps it away. Sansus, the little magician, with a little chip over the top, it bounces up, and Lora Sансус with a fantastic individual try, and that's exactly what she's all about. Absolutely fantastic from the French scrum half.
Yeah, she noticed no one was at home in the backfield, and a lovely little chip over the Scottish defence, and a superb finish.
Yeah, we just see it again. She does well gathering it right on the touchline, and the recognition that I think it's Scotland just get their kick chase wrong, that no one realises that there's the acres of space in the backfield, and the execution of the chip and chase from Sansus is fantastic. Just delicately weighted chip. She gets the bounce, just bounces up perfectly for her to gather without breaking stride. Bit of individual brilliance, but it came from the France just building the pressure.
It's claimed again. And on we go with them all, and Jade Kilco's trying to get in there, disrupting. Here's Sansus, so difficult to pin down. Eventually Scotland scrag her to the deck.
Use it!
The pressure building for France. Emmeline Caron involved there. Inching towards that Scotland line. Here's Sansus, gets it to Tremoulière, who shows and goes on the inside. Try France. The pressure tolls, and the vastly experienced French fly half. Maxwell onto Sarah Bonner. France in there again, just no easy ball for Scotland. It's just disrupted. France with a turnover. Here goes Touye. Sansus away. Jacquet can't gather that ball, but Tremoulière sweeps up, and now it's away, and here's Lorraine down the wing. She's got Bullard inside, she doesn't see her. France still with the ball, Ferrer in possession. Here goes Sansus. Scotland scrambling to get back. Oh, it's a turnover. Scotland have won it. They've pinched it. Terrific defence. And Maxwell holds it. Just taking a breath. Trying to regroup. Oh, and the box kicks charged down, and it's into the hands of the French player, and it's Sansus, I think, again in the right place at the right time to touch down her second try, France's third, and that was unfortunate for Jenny Maxwell, but her opposite number was on it quick as a flash to touch down.
Over, but just the French pressure there from the box kick, and Sansus quick as you like. Great take.
Yeah, so disappointing for Scotland, having managed to scramble defence and get the turnover, but it's the French captain Hermé there. You can see her just getting in position to charge the kick down. She does well to get through almost the Scottish protective wall. And
20, and it certainly encourages teams to attack. Touye with the ball at the back of the maul. France get rid of it. Here's Jacquet dancing away from a few tacklers. Sansus to Hermé. Annery, and it's through, and Gaël Hermé scores France's fourth try, the captain.
Set up this ruck
Wait here, Red. Wait for
French
the winger.
defence well organised, so Bevan goes over the top. Contestable kick, Jasmine Joyce after that one, but it was well taken by the French, possession in their hands. And now we saw Sansus, such a danger, sniping around those fringes. Wales will need to contain her this evening. Jamulia, and that is Fall in the second row. Huge presence in this French second row, charging into contact as France look to spin the ball wide. Now there could be numbers over on the right hand side, but opt for the kick instead of spinning it wide, and that could be a reprieve for Wales. Scrum down to France, first line out for Wales. Sochat prepares to throw this one in. Soaring high is the captain Hermé, and France set up a very efficient looking rolling ball. Wales will need to get behind this as it starts to inch now towards that Welsh try line. This is a very efficient rolling ball from France, and now it goes to ground.
Okay, it's still in. It's still in.
No scrum half for France. Celine Ferrer just offering herself up as a carrier. And some big carriers in this French pack. We saw Madusu fall over the ball there, 6'2" tall. Very difficult to bring down when she builds up a head of steam. And there is Sansus. The ball goes wide to the right hand side. It goes into the hands of Caroline Boujard. Just managed to snuff that one out, Wales. Yep, Chloe Jacquet at fullback today for France. Played 12, of course, against Scotland last week, so plenty of shifting around in this three-quarter line. And here comes that live wire scrum half, Sansus, always keeping defences on their toes. She's not scoring tries, she's creating them. And France getting close to the Welsh line now. They have options either side, and they go to the open side into the hands of Clara Joyer.
Release, Red.
Has just been told to release, and Flean Purse over the ball there. So Hermé the target last time, Hermé the target again, soaring high in the middle of that line out. And it's another rolling ball for France. Almost worked for them last time on this left hand side of the field this time, as they roll now, slowly but surely, crabbing up the field. Wales finding themselves in defensive mode for all of these opening exchanges. And there is Sansus, again just testing that defence, keeping them honest, and there's space now. Sansus cuts back inside, sidestep, she's over the line, has she got that ball down? It's in the hands of Bethan Lewis, but the whistle has gone, the try has been awarded, and you felt...
She really had to score that. There were plenty of numbers outside. If she hadn't scored this, she would have had some angry teammates around her, but she backed herself, she did. When against the...
Conrad Harris back from a year or two in the international wilderness, and very much earned their place back. Straight into the thick of it now, as Wales have to defend their line. It's been a long opening quarter for Wales, but they've managed to limit France to just the 7 points so far. Sansus goes digging for the ball. Strong carry from Julie Annery. Through contact over the gain line. Sansus, quick ball again to Fall.
Ball's available.
Wales competing hard at this breakdown, but the ball is back on the French side. Goes now to Ménager. Chamoulier, all the time in the world, goes to Boujard, but it's a cruel bounce. Does it land in Boujard's hands? It does. Bevan looks to take this one quickly. Scampers upfield and chips the ball over the top into the hands of Chloé Jacquet. And France start a counter-attack of their own. Sansus, this is Jacquet, lovely step inside. There's clear space opened up in front of her. Has she got the pace to get to the line? Yes, she has! What a counter-attack from France. Just when Wales look to be attacking themselves, France with a killer blow, and it shows just how clinical. So the pressure remains on. It is a Welsh feed, but they are very close once again to their own try line. And somehow France have dispossessed Wales and snuck over for another try for Lora Sансус, the arch predator. 6 tries now in this campaign to date. Wales look furious. How on earth did that happen?
And that is exactly what they'll be asking themselves. Psychologically, that is such a tough one to take as a team. Oh, look, you just see there, unfortunately, Siwan Lillicrap loses control of the ball at the base of the scrum. But when you've defended that well, that gutsy, and then to concede so soft there, that's a really frustrating one for Wales.
Just shows how alert she is to the danger.
Also played out in fly half as well, so a knowledgeable player as well.
Yep, the first appearance of the campaign as well. Niamh Terry, last time out was against South Africa here in the autumn, and that is a brilliant run again from Philippon. She's been relatively quiet in the opening quarter, but she's had a couple of surging runs in the last 5 minutes or so. And Wales will need to close her down earlier, because once she builds up a head of steam, she is very difficult to stop. Clara Joyeux showing the front row forwards can do just as well as the backs. And there's Sansus out to Tremoulier. Good defence from Wales. Up quickly, knocking France back in the tackle. The spirit is still strong in this Wales camp, despite the fact they're now 4 tries.
You say to the players, and he said it's all about short goals. Next 10 minutes, don't think about anything else, just win the next 10 minutes.
Sansus, so dangerous. Look, she's still going, exploiting another wayward Welsh lineup, but possession back in Wales' hands now. And a lively start to this opening second half.
Free kick goes to France. England looking to engage, and France will go quickly. Sansus will go. Stopped short. Harrison staying down for a moment. Played away from Hermé. Romain Ménager. Sansus a little late to get there, but now played away for Joyeux. Joyeux into Scarrett. Scarrett doing her best to hold her up before the knees go to ground, and they have to release. France ball back inside. Romain Ménager with the opener.
And then this is absolutely brilliant. So they just play kind of so quickly round the corner, forward carries, and that line there, the out to in line, was fantastic from Ménager. Really clever in between the two English defenders, and nothing to do.
Ferrer, that time down for Sansus, dummies and through the middle. Drouin for foul. Packer going in to try and get the turnover. Drouin from Sansus. Vernier. Little flat-footed from the inside centre. Boujard screaming for it. Sansus. Well, certainly gone very aerial, but not too many yards forward. Romain Ménager won't mind though, as she takes the ball and makes another key carry. Helena Rowland over the second round due to the birth of her daughter Nina. How she would love to be telling tales of her newborn daughter that she's a Grand Slam champion.
Okay, advantage.
Bit of work to do for France, but they pop out again. It's Sansus, the jack-in-the-box.
They've messed their own line out up, so they really have to kind of be thinking as a pack. They're a smart pack, how to fix it to make sure they can secure this kind of possession that they so desperately need in the 22. But a lovely little blindside run there from Sansus. Beautiful tries out wide previously, so they've got it there.
Down for Sansus, who had an eye on the corner. Hermé with the carry. Packer with the tackle. Now a penalty advantage as France asks the questions of England. Sansus for foul. So well stopped by Matthews. Sansus wants Ferrer to come a little closer, but it's going to be deeper for Drouin. And now the aerial ball had got the penalty advantage.
Smart.
See if they go for the same. It will be Forlani again at the top. And they're happy to hold her there for a moment to deny England the chance to fully engage. They do slightly come round that corner, but England now regroup. There is another penalty advantage. It's still with Forlani in a wrestle with Sarah Byrne. Ménager. Sansus has a look. Round the corner comes Sochat. It's going to be Forlani though. Well downed by Zoe Allcroft. Sansus looking for Boujard. Breach did well. Penalty advantage still, but we have another for rolling away. And there's the noise. Forlani, Ferrer and Hermé step forwards. Hermé brings it down. Ferrer will take it. Sansus with the dummy. Steps straight back into Zoe Harrison.
Holding her in.
De'Haye away for fellow prop Joyeux. Sansus. It's just a little high on the chest for Hermé. Looking for quicker ball, the offload from Forlani, and again off the floor for Vernier. Well driven back. Sansus for Hermé again. France in the 22. How they need to get first blood in this second half, given those spurned opportunities that Cat Merchant talked about towards the end of the first. Forlani dummies the offload. Sarah Byrne not buying it for a minute and drives the French second row back. Foul. Away for Sochard, but she couldn't hold it. Vernier has gone in bravely to get it. Has been caught in the process by Harrison, I think. It's a real mess in there. Sansus away from Ménager. Forlani was well hit. Got the offload away and Scarrett comes up.
And away 6.
Drouin on for Ferrer. France still holding on to possession. Oh, the delay of the pass. And it's off Harrison and goes forwards. Referee. Quickly down from the top from Hermé. Sansus, Drouin, foul. Vernier has grown into this game.
Tackle.
Jacquet dummies the offload.
No.
Sansus for Sochard. Well pinned by Aldcroft. Anari, momentary juggle, then gets going. Just breaks the tackle of Galligan. Back in field for De'Haye. England's defence holding up here. France not making too many yards past the gain line, but then it's an easier decision as Hannah Bottoman comes in right in front of the referee and says, and a grand slam. Madou Soufal brings it down. It's with Ménager. And now with Thuyer. Sansus having a look. She's got De'Haye to the left, it could be on. And De'Haye for the line!
And De'Haye is such a incredible kind of runner with the ball. She is a strong ball carrier. You can see Sansus was looking the whole time. Natasha Hunt, I think, it just kind of gets bumped off the sort of tackle, goes on the outside shoulder, probably for their part in it. But yeah, she's a outstanding player as well.
Sansus had to go with the dummy because Hunt had read it well and was up in the passing channel. It's there for the France 9. Gros. Roland getting up, nearly ripping it away as well. Back in for Lindelöf. Gros, more good footwork.
No, step back.
Anari looking to get around Scarrett.
Tackle now, away.
Lindelöf, little juggle with the ball, but Packer again putting her body on the line. Tremoulière going a little on her own, needs the support to get there, which it does. Hunt those swallows up Sansus, but there's an advantage being played. All referees